Hey guys, so this is the optional video that we're going to create to go ahead and grab our social media icons right here in our footer, and we're going to go ahead and pull them up into our header. So first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to track down our XAMPP folder, and I'll go from the top, Applications, XAMPP. Let's go to htdocs, Village Park, go to WP Content. We're going to have to change the permission on our theme for our header and footer. Themes, responsive, and there's footer. Right click, get info. Here we're going to scroll down to the bottom. Read and write. Okay, so we already changed the permission on this one, so I can close that up. Make sure everyone right here says read and write. Let's go ahead and close this bad boy up. And we'll do the same for header. Maybe I've already taken care of this. Scroll down again. Nope, this is what we need to change. So click on that little lock right there. It's going to ask for your password. And let's change everyone to read and write. Remember, when we're all done with our website, we want to change this back to just read only for everyone. So let's lock that up. And what are we going to do now? Okay, we can close this out or minimize it, either way. Let's go ahead and grab our footer. So let's grab from, you know what, I don't even want this CSS class. So let's go from PHP options, get option, responsive theme options, and scroll down. These are all our Google, Instagram, Pinterest. And let's go all the way down to this closing PHP tag right here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy it with Command C, and now I'm going to delete it. So it's not in our footer anymore. It's just going to be, well, it's not going to be anywhere right now because we haven't put it in our header. So make sure you save that. Let's go ahead and delete it. I'll go ahead and update this. Update the file. Let's go into our header file. And let's see where it would be most appropriate to put this, probably after all of our logo code. So if you're not familiar with PHP, don't worry about it. You don't need to know any PHP for the sake of this tutorials. Get header image. Okay, so it says header image was removed, and right here it starts talking about a sidebar. So this looks like a pretty appropriate place to put our PHP code for our social media tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it right in there, Control V. Let's go down here to update file. And our Twitter and Facebook should go right up about here because it doesn't have any CSS right now. So let's go ahead and reload this. Hope sure it works. Make sure it works. And it didn't work. Okay, it did work. There it is. Okay, so what we need to do right now is we need to go ahead and create some CSS for these two for our social media icons. Let's go back to our editorial editor and style.css. This is the page that we want, so we can go ahead and scroll down to, you can go down to anywhere, but I'm going to type in social media and see if it already has some code for that. Social icons. Okay, footer, Yelp, icon. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I don't really want to delete all this, but we'll just drop down a couple lines. And what I want to do is, actually, let's just go right above social icons. This will be our own custom CSS for our social media icons. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Okay, so one thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and change our style.css permissions because right here we cannot save it. So let's go ahead and go to from the top, we'll go to XAMPP, we'll go to htdocs, check out Village Park, WP Content, Themes, Responsive, and where are we at? There it is, right down here at the bottom. Style.css. Let's go ahead and right click on that, go to get info. Let's go ahead and unlock it. Ask for the password, that's okay. And we will go to everyone, read and write, lock it back up. And let's reload this, see if we can update it now. There it is. Okay, so let's go down to our social div that we created. I'm just going to hit Command F to go ahead and find that word. Social icons. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just create a hashtag for a div tag, and we'll go ahead and call this social. Go ahead and close that out. And in here, Let's go ahead and just float it a little bit to the right. I'm not going to be like Sherlock Holmes with the CSS right now. I'm just trying to make a point. I just want my social media icons to be in my header, not my footer. Give it a margin from the top of 15 px. And now for our social li. I know I'm kind of throwing this at you because I said that you don't need to know any code for the WordPress, but again, this is an optional video just to customize our WordPress theme. List style, I want it to be no bullets, no numbers, so let's give it none. What else do I want to do? I want to display it inline, padding, left, 2 pixels, padding, right, 2 pixels, whoa, not 20 pixels, 2 pixels. Let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go ahead and save this. And now what do we need? We need to go back to our header file and set up those hashes. So let's go find our, where is our footer? No, we're in the wrong file. Header, I'm sorry. Scroll down a little bit and let's see where we plugged in all of that code. Okay, right here. So I'll go ahead. After this closing div tag right here, end of logo, let's go ahead and type in div ID, and we set it equal to, I believe it was called social. Let's go ahead and close that out. And let's go all the way down to the bottom. And where was that closing div tag? Let's go ahead and just put it right here. See the closing PHP tag? Div. Let's go ahead and close that out. And now let's go ahead and update it. And see if this goes over here and it displays horizontally rather than vertically, and it gets rid of these little bullets right here. So let's reload it. No, that didn't work. Okay, let me pause the video. Okay, I believe our social icon, or our social div right here, this looks good. Okay, so let's go back down to, let me look at this div ID. Okay, so let's go back down to our, let's look at this right here. That was our closing div tag. Let me go ahead and try to create another closing div tag right underneath it. Div. Let's go ahead and save this. Update that. Look back here. Okay. I believe I put my social div tag in the non-appropriate spots. That's why you need to know PHP, because if you have one little mix-up. So let's get rid of this one right here. Let me look at this really quick. Let me drop down a line. Okay, this should work. So let's go ahead and save this, update this. There it is. Check it out. So that moved over there. This is back to normal and everything looks pretty. All right, I'm going to get out of here before this video drags on even more. So we moved our social media icons from down here up to our header. All right, guys, good luck with this. See you guys in the next video.